For the past couple months, I've been running ads for the agency to try and help increase our client acquisition, to try and get us to the goal of having 14 to 16 clients, which is sort of the capacity goal we have internally. And while doing that, I've been on a lot of calls with business owners and e-commerce brand owners with very small businesses or people who are just getting started. And they seem to get very frustrated. They can't get an agency. They keep getting rejected by agencies because the agency don't want to work with them because they have a $300 a month marketing budget and they want an agency that's not expensive, that are wicked good at what they're doing, and also with a guarantee and also works on performance and all these different things, right? And they seem to get very frustrated that they're denied access to that playing field working with agencies. So in today's video, I want to help you out, you who might be a small business owner, or maybe you're just getting started in the e-commerce, and I'm going to tell you why it's so hard for you to get into that arena and why maybe you should not get into that arena, first of all, but also what you should be focused on to get into that playing field, to allow yourself and get to a point where you can actually work with agencies, where agencies will be chasing you and not the other way around. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Rasmus. I'm the owner of Minix, a performance marketing agency where we specialize in helping e-commerce brands scale through paid ads and UGC videos. So I want to start this video off just by reminding you that business is super hard and no one is trying to make it harder than it already is, right? We're all trying to chase those financial freedom goals. We're trying to make all these millions of dollars. I'm sure you are as well. No one has to make it any harder than it already is. So what I want to do first here is I want to break down why we're in specific, because I can't really talk for all agencies out there, but why we're specifically denying small businesses and people just getting started to work with us. And really there's a couple different things to it, right? And also this applies to agencies in general, some of the points, right? But first of all, like, agencies have payroll as well. We have expenses, right? I have 3 full-time team members. I have a video editor. I have some people helping me with outreach. We run ads, right? So we need to somehow make revenue, right, to pay the bills, and so the business can stay afloat. And from our end, because we work a lot based on performance, right, the only money we make nowadays for the agency is based on a percentage of the revenue that we make our clients. That means that we have to make our clients a lot of money. As you can probably agree with me on, is that it's easier to take a brand from 50 to 100K than it is taking a brand from 0 to 50K, right? So if I can eliminate that risk, if I can make the game of business easier for me, I'm gonna take that route. So I actually had a person on one of the ads comment that he thought it was much more impressive to help a brand that's only spends $500 a month, get them good results. He thought that was much more impressive than taking a brand and making them successful who can maybe spend 20K a month. And I had to say, I don't know. It's also impressive if Tim Cook takes Apple from $1 trillion to $2 trillion. He surely has more resources. But anyway, like, if I can take a brand from 20K to 40K and I make a ton of money doing that and they're happy, I mean, I'm gonna take that because I'm gonna be making more money, right? And also there's a risk. There's a risk involved from our end because a lot of e-commerce brands fail, right? Majority of all businesses in general, at least, especially in the first 3 years, they fail. So if a client comes to us and they say, look, I have no track record, I have $200 a month to pay for ads and I just do some drop shipping, I just found these products on Alibaba after spending 5 hours on YouTube. I mean, there's a very high risk involved for us as well. Like, it's not philanthropy, we don't work for free, and we also want to make our money, right? And then from the client side, like, from basically if you run an e-commerce brand from your side, like, you need to realize that what you're looking for is a performance-based agency that's really good at what they do, and you want them to work with a budget that's like $300-500 a month or $1,000 a month. It's just not gonna happen, right? Like, you're not gonna go to a hedge fund as well and say, look, I have 50K I can invest with you, and they say, no, our minimum is 50 million. You're not gonna say, oh, well, it's much more impressive if you can take my 50K instead of someone's 50 million. They're just gonna laugh at you, right? Because it just doesn't exist. You go to another hedge fund or a different broker that can then help you take your 50 or 100K or whatever up to $1 million, and then you might find a new one, take it from $1 million to 10, and then from 10 to 50, and then you can get into the hedge fund that you wanted to all along, right? But you cannot get the best of everything. It doesn't exist. And also, you need to realize there's no proof of concept, and that's a really big thing that we look for. If I'm gonna give you like some insights into what we look at a lot, is not only track record, because we work with small businesses before, but we need to see proof of concept, right? So we need to see like some sort of initial win. And if you cannot produce that on your own, then why should someone else that doesn't know your product, how would they be able to generate that for you, right? You need to create some sort of initial win just to show some sort of potential, and then you can hire an agency to then blow it up, right? That's what agencies do, and that's what I tell all our clients. It's like, we're a megaphone to what you're already doing right. So we can expand a lot more on what you're doing. So you can kind of see it as, you might be able to take yourself from 0 to 20K, and if you were to take yourself from 20 to 100K, it might have taken you 2 years. We can help you do that in 6 months, right? And that's what you pay for. You pay for the speed, you pay for the expertise, right? And there's also so much for you still to figure out on the back end. Like if you hired an agency and let's say they just blow you up, right? From 10 to 100K in a month. Like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with your back end as well? Like your internal systems probably cannot even sustain that level of growth, right? Even if the best case happened and you just blew up. And that's one of the worst things that we've seen happen for our clients, is that if your business on the back end fails because you get too many orders, like your business is in serious risk of actually dying after you get through that and you get shipped those orders out. Because people start talking bad about you online because they want their orders, right? But now you have 3-4 weeks shipping time because you need to order inventory, and then you need to order it by air and not by sea, and then your margins also get cut and you need to ship it out, and now you just have mad clients or mad angry customers with a lower profit margin, and it's just a big mess, right? So from your side on, you also need to think about like, okay, am I actually ready, right? Do I have a proof of concept? Do I have some initial wins that I can then relay to an agency and tell them, look, this is what I've seen happening, and then I need you to blow that up? And also, can I sustain the growth, right? Those are sort of the things you need to realize and figure out before you even go and hire an agency. So then the big question becomes, okay, where should you then put your time? And I think that's where a lot of small business owners, and if you're watching this and you run a small e-commerce brand and you want to get an agency, but you're doing like 10K or 5K a month or whatever, 20K a month, it's like, honestly, Tugard, I think you shouldn't. You need to put your attention to where it's most important. And for you right now, if you're doing less than 20K a month or 30K a month, your attention should go to making you more money. It should not be to hire someone else to do the most crucial job in the organization or in the business. It should be for you to have as much time as possible to generate more money. So instead of hiring an agency, hire someone to do customer support, hire someone to do your organic social media. Buy back that time so you can focus more on ads, because that's where your time is best spent. You also need to realize, like, you are the one in the business who knows the product and your customers the best, right? If you look at Obvi, they sell collagen and they're a massive business. Like, they do plus $1 million a month, probably $2 million a month. One of their co-founders, Ash, I think is called, if I remember correctly, he's a co-founder of the business and he still runs the ads at Obvi. So that's how important it is. Your ads are the main revenue generator in your e-commerce business. So therefore, all the time that you buy back through hiring contractors and employees and freelancers should be to buy back your time so you can do more ads, so you can focus more on that, right? You can hire a video editor so you don't have to edit the videos, but you can just approve them, right? But then you can spend more time on then coming up with creative concepts. So that's how you buy back your time in an efficient manner and in the most profitable manner. And also, it's lower cost for you, because I'm gonna be honest, if you want a really, really good agency, they're gonna cost you a ton of money, right? You're not just gonna find a super good agency for $1,000 a month. It's not happening anymore. Like, if you want an agency that, you know, just charges you a retainer, like, that's gonna run you $3,000 to $5,000 minimum. If you want someone that's based on performance, then there's likely a one-time setup fee you need to pay, which can also be quite heavy depending on what agency you go with. And then there's a big portion of your revenue or ad spend or whatever that you need to pay to that agency. So it's also a lower cost for you. Agencies can very easily become the most expensive thing you have in your business. And then, like, last thing I said, you have nothing else to spend your time on. Like, you have your back against the wall when you start your business and your only concern is to generate money. And if you, as a business owner whose sole focus is to generate more money, and the first action you take is to outsource your revenue generating part of the business, I mean, you're crazy. You're crazy. Then you actually don't want to succeed a business. The people who are the most successful in the world, those are the people who are wicked good at sales. And that's what you need to become. Like, you don't need to become wicked good at product. You can look at Tesla. Like, it's not the best car. Sure, they have some awesome technical like software feature about it, but Elon Musk is the greatest salesperson probably on earth. Same with Jeff Bezos. He's wicked good at raising money and he's wicked good at selling, right? Same with Steve Jobs, same with Bill Gates. Like, they're all really, really good at getting attention and getting money from people. And that's the same thing you need to become. So the only reason why you should hire an agency is because you can buy back your time to where you can have a bigger picture view of the business and work on something that's more important than sitting and doing the day-to-day ads management. But if you're not doing 30K a month at least, or 20K a month at least, like, there's just no reason for you not to do it, because it's the bread and butter of your business. It's the oxygen of your business. That's what you need to do. I think wholeheartedly, if you're a small business, like, you should just get really good at ads yourself. It's not that difficult. Like, you can do it. All the information is for free out there. So yeah, that's a little bit of a rant probably I got into there. I truly mean it. I think you need to, if you're a small business owner, like, you need to realize how the game is played, and you need to realize where you get the most return of your time. And that's not in customer service. It's not having an amazing product. Like, you figure out your product once and then you sell it, right? Then you need to sell it. You need to figure out how can you make your bank bigger every single day. And that's truly what it comes down to. With that being said, though, that kind of wraps up today's video. If you have any feedback or any questions about this, I would love to answer. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I would massively appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.